Hey, how's it going, everybody? If you go to a military university like Citadel, West Point, or VMI, this is for you. I'm going to talk about what you can do during your cadetship to set yourself up for success. The name of your school is going to open up doors for you. When you meet alumni of these institutions in the wild and you're looking for jobs, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised by the amount of hands that are gonna be reached out to you. But it's up to you to stay invited. If you're dumb as a rock or socially awkward, you're gonna be shown the same door out. So listen up, please. So as a cadet, you're gonna have the option of going on the civilian or commissioning track. Neither option is wrong. Sometimes we are all gung-ho at 18 years old, and you quickly learn the military life is a tremendous teacher, but is not a lifestyle for everyone. However, I would say military life as an officer is a lot better than life as a cadet in the Regimental Corps of Cadets. Just my 2 pennies. If you go the civilian route, do not take your furloughs as a time for vacations, literally. Try to do an internship every summer, and if you are committed, during winter furloughs as well. Start padding your work and professional resume with experiences beyond the Corps of Cadet duties. The Corps of Cadet rank and responsibilities will be good, but if you want to stand out even more in the professional workplace and with recruiters and HR, then add civilian internships to your resume. This is a time for you to explore, to fulfill your curiosities, and try different paths out. Try out a banking internship on Wall Street. Try a supply chain internship in operations. Get some experience as a consultant. Maybe help teach in a classroom. As a last resort, be entrepreneurial during the summer. Do a seasonal lawn care service or work for your friend's dad's construction company as a project manager. Do whatever you can, be innovative. If you are commissioning or enlisting into the military, do internships as well, regardless if you want to stay in and do your 20 until you become a general or a sergeant major. That's your vision right now as an 18, 19, 21-year-old, and those are awesome ambitions. But you could get medically discharged, and you're gonna need a game plan on what to do next. The worst thing is if you only envision yourself as a soldier or as a Marine, and when that gets taken away from you, you resort to playing video games all day and day drinking. I've seen it happen, and it's not something that people talk about too much. So think about what you can do in the civilian side, because your skills, your asset, your IQ is definitely transferable. Use the summers which are open to you to shadow an industry or go all in by doing an internship. Also, take into consideration if you want to do grad school. Think about a post-military life. A beautiful plan B to go to is law school, med school, or even business school, because each one of those paths will result in a 6-figure, well-paying job. Although the med school route will require the most time and effort, best ROI, in my opinion, is going to business school to get your MBA. Do your research and try to go to a top-ranked program. Please do not waste your time going to a part-time school or online school that is regionally ranked. Go to one of the big names like UVA, William & Mary, Michigan, an Ivy League, Duke, UCLA, you get the picture. These prestigious programs love military school applicants. You just have to trust me on this one. It will be your leg up during your admissions process. And when you matriculate into a prestigious school, your fellow classmates will all have gone to undergrads from the same type of schools. And so you, coming from a completely different background, will add diversity of thought and experiences to your class cohort. The point that I'm trying to make is if you want to be successful for life after VMI or Citadel or Texas A&M, you want to be competent at not only leadership, grit, and the mental toughness aspects, but also how to get a task done, how to start a project and finish that same project with ambiguous guidelines and deadlines, how to do a stakeholder analysis, how to connect with your audience and be a day one contributor at your unit, firm, or even floor, how to work with people but also independently without someone holding your hand. And for the love of pumpkin pie, please develop some hobbies outside military history and drinking. One way to do this during the school year is to get involved. Apply for leadership roles as they open up. Participate in extracurricular clubs. Don't just play Call of Duty in the barracks. Get involved and practice what it takes to lead your fellow peers. Peer-to-peer leadership, in my experience, is the absolute most difficult, challenging task. And to do that effectively, you need to learn first how to be a follower and how to be a teammate. Don't see a club that you like at your school? Then find a sponsor and be a founding member of a club that you want to see represented in barracks. Think outside the box. Get involved and make it happen. This next one is really important, so listen up. Do whatever it takes to get a 3.0 GPA. In high school, it was probably easy for you to hit that number. You probably graduated with a 4.0. And in college, you probably got slapped with the realities that getting a 3.0 is pretty challenging. And so some people develop this mentality that it's okay to just be average, and they become complacent and they're cool with the idea of getting a 2.0 and go. And I get it. At the time, it's funny and believable, right? 2.0 and go, you can still commission and everything. But please don't do that. It will close so many doors for you in the future, you don't even know. Doing the bare minimum and graduating with a 2.0 is just shooting yourself in the foot. Military or civilian, a higher GPA will help you out when you least expect it. It's better to have a higher GPA and not utilize it post-grad than it is to have a low GPA and be told no to opportunities. Do not close those doors at age 21 for becoming complacent and saying, I'm just going to get a 2.0 and graduate. For me, I literally had to study every single night at Preston Library. Was it fun at the time? Absolutely not. But it made me a better person because I learned how to be efficient at doing something that I don't like when I know it's good for me. That made the difference in me attaining a 3.5 GPA versus the 2.5 GPA, which is the path that I was going down towards when I didn't care too much about academics. The last recommendation that I have for you is become financially literate and understand the basic fundamentals of personal finance. You see, the military academies are awesome at what they do, right? You get exposure to leadership at a very young age. The academic curriculum is rigorous. However, one thing that they neglect is teaching you how to be responsible with your money. So something that I would have done differently is to start a Roth IRA as soon as I could and to learn about the compounding effect of money in the stock market and to keep the debt manageable or low as possible. If you're commissioning, consider the TSP and find a roommate to live with at your first duty station, tech school, or BOLC, a fellow ensign or second lieutenant. Don't find some random person off of Craigslist. None of that was financial advice, but just learn how to budget and how to be smart with your money and have your money work for you. Holding on to cash, letting that money just sit, is never a wise decision, unless you're trying to save up to pay for a down payment or something. Anyways, I hope this video helps you out. I genuinely wish someone would have told me this when I was in your shoes. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you next time. Stay safe.